Hey everyone, Caront here welcoming you back to Wild Arms. In the last episode, we finished up Codden Gel and sent Alhazard packing, and then we made our way through the main area of Malduke, where we fought off some baddies, picked up some stuff, including a new arm for Rudy, the Arch Smash, and now we're here at, in essence, a control facility where we can go to different areas of Malduke to actually collect 3 artifacts that we need to make our way to the end of the game to fight off Siegfried and try to take care of saving the world. Now, to do that, as I mentioned, we have to pull these levers here. I'm going to go ahead and switch this over to, I think this one actually is, I think this is the one I'm looking for. Residential area. No, it is not yet. That is the easiest one. I will save that for last. Okay. What I'm going to be doing is, in essence, going after the most difficult one first, and then leaving the easiest one for last, which is the residential area. I think this is going to be the statue. That's the one I want to tackle the first. That is not it. Okay. I'll strike 2. Alright, anyway, go ahead and hit this one more time. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and head over to the statue area. Now, I choose to do this one first because, honestly, of the 3 areas, this is the most irritating. This one drives me kind of nuts. So, I want to take it out first, and then we can go through the mine, and then we'll leave residential for last. So you go up here. 3 areas are regulated by 3 holy keys, and that's what we're looking for, as you see the eyes, wings, and arms. Guide the holder to central control. Well, that's the whole idea. Now, it looks very almost Roman Colosseum-esque, really, a lot like the ancient arena. Now, let's head over this way first, and you see these blue doors here. This is in essence the mechanic of this part of the dungeon. The doors are different colors, red and blue basically, and your ability to go through part of the dungeon will depend on what doors are open and what doors are not. Alright, so, see switch there, that's ultimately what we're going for, but we can't obviously get to it yet, so we're trying to fight some enemies. Let's see who comes up first here in the statue area. Well, a couple of them. We have the Osei and the Colonzon. So, pretty much standard enemies by and large. Let's see. Did I show off the art? I think I did show off the Arch Smash, but just in case I didn't, I'm going to go ahead and start working my way up to it. And actually, I will try to learn this fast draw as well, which I haven't learned yet. Cecilia can just pretty much do what Cecilia normally does, which is, in this case, I'm going to be focusing on trying to get some magic back for her, because we are not in dire straits, magically speaking, but I would like to try to recover as much as I can. Oh, that works nicely. Before we get too deep into this. So you see, Osei's not too hard to take out. The Colonzon, I think, is going to be more of an attack all sort of enemy because he has those cut down attacks. Let me go ahead and do a lock on with Arch Smash just to show you that. And actually, I haven't used it yet because no bullets expended. So you get to see it, and I will go ahead and defend with the other 2 just so you can see that in action. Or we can see Rudy's counterattack in action. And, well, we get to see both. Okay, nice. So here is the final arm, Arch Smash, which, as I mentioned, can be incredibly powerful if you have the money to work it up, which, as I posted in the last video, is somewhere around 400,000 Gela, which, God help us, we're not even close to yet. But not too hard, really, all in all. Alright, so let's see. I head down this way? Okay, I'm going to go this way first. Just because, first off, there's more areas to see. I'm going to go up here because I want to go ahead and show you this, if I go the right direction. Okay, I had a couple, or actually 3 Oseis there. You see this door, we will come to it eventually, but also go over here and you notice, do not retreat. Retreat means decay. The golem Lucifer sleeps there. It has not lost any of its powers. Only a fool who does not know the true power of a golem would challenge Lucifer and Sado. Lucifer is in here, Sado is in the mine. And if we leave the doors as they are, which means the red ones are open, we can access that now, but God help me, I am not ready, so I am not going to do that. But I wanted to go ahead and show you that anyway, just for, in essence, the purpose of taking care of some stuff. Alright, so we can head down this way, and this is actually the area you go to basically change the doors. Now, I'm going to, I think, leave it as is right now, because I want to open up some stuff Okay, we've got another new enemy, the Dello Bunny. Now, this one is related to the Acid Bunny that we saw in the desert, but it's not as crazy, I guess? Not quite as weird and wacky as the Acid Bunny was, but still, it does have a similar amount of experience, not as much as the Acid Bunny, but it is one that you definitely want to... Okay, well that will help, but not do what I wanted it to do. Anyway, you want to try to focus on hitting this thing as best you can, so I'm going to lock on with the... I don't need to lock on with the phaser, what am I talking about? I'm going to use the phaser, should have done that first turn I guess, and if this guy will let me go about hitting him, I will try to go about, well, hitting him, which if he runs away that would be what I get for wasting the first turn. Fortunately he did not. Oh, that works, okay. And then, come on, fire. Hopefully you'll do more to this guy than you did to the Acid Bunny, which is a grand total of nothing. Oh, well, good enough. So there you go, and you see, not as much as the Acid Bunny, but still, it's a pretty good chunk of experience and no money whatsoever, but we're used to that by now. Alright, so let's head down this way, and we go to basically the floor entry area here, which is in essence what this is. Of course, the orange doors are open, so let's go ahead and clear a path a little bit. We're not going to be able to do a whole lot right now, but it at least helps make things a little bit easier for later on. That is all we're able to do. Okay. Alright, so go ahead and head back up. Alrighty, I had another Dello Bunny there, and I love the phaser. Have I mentioned that enough already? Alright, so let's go ahead and head back up this way, and I'm going to run into another battle with the colons on. Alright, so I'm going to head back over and I'm going to go ahead and trigger the switch this time because I want to open up some other stuff. It's going to be a... Alright, I had another Ose and colons in there. This is going to be a lot of rinse, lather, and repeat as far as going back and forth because we want to try to get everything open as we can. Alright, now of course we got these doors open. And you see the statues there, that's ultimately what we're trying to basically fix up, what we're trying to move to be able to get the item. Good lord, the random battles, with a colons in that time by the way. Alright, let's head back up here, and this in essence opens up both ladders that we can take, and it also opens up those treasure chests. Let's go ahead and grab those. We get another random battle with the Dello Bunny, big surprise, and 2 levels up. Both Jack and Cecilia went up on that one. Like I said, 10,000 experience a pop is pretty darn good. We get a Jala Poncho, an Assault Coat, and a Filgaia Robe, which as you might guess, is new equipment, new armor for everybody, so let's go ahead and apply them accordingly. And, of course, when I get done putting them on, I'll have the Mystic info up for Cecilia's stuff, just so that you can have it with you. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on. And now we've opened up some stuff. We can actually trigger the doors again so that we... Alright, I had another Dello Bunny, so rinse, lather, and repeat, like I said. I'm going to trigger the doors again so that we can start moving our way around at this point because we bombed both ladders so we can migrate a little more freely than we had prior. Alright, so head over this way, and well, I had another Dello Bunny and it ran away, so boo, Dello Bunny, that's no fun. But I did realize I need to refill my phaser, so go ahead and do that. And we can make our way over this direction now and actually do some stuff, since we've got doors open and bombs done and all that. So hit the switch, moves that one, and we can't get through there just yet, so we'll need to move the colors one more time to be able to get everywhere. Okay, I had another colons in there. We just need to change the colors, I believe, one more time to be able to do everything we need to do in here, as far as treasure and all that. Alright, so move down here and make one last push at it, and I think we should pretty much be set. Alright, add to the Dello Bunny count if you're keeping count at home, I guess. Alright, so switch should be... Okay, now I gotta take a ladder for this one, so let me move around here. Okay, well, they say variety is the spice of life, and I had some Oseis to greet me there. Alrighty, so should be able to make my way up and around here, and yep, there's that other switch. Okay, I had another pack of Oseis there, and on a side note, man, it'd be nice if Jack learned that fast draw sometime in the next millennium. Alright, so make our way around and we should be able to finally make our way into the room and grab the item we've been gallivanting about for about. Alright, had a Dello Bunny and Rudy now joined everybody else in the Level Up Club in this part. So head up here and we pick up, well, a lot of hallways apparently. Here we go. We pick up the arms, which is one of the 3, as I mentioned, that we need to make our way through Malduke. Alright. And that's pretty much all that there is to that. So let's go ahead and make our way out of here. Whoops. And go to... Alright, another Collinson. No big deal. But let's go ahead and climb the ladder. And there is actually one thing I do want to do before we leave. I want to make things a little bit easier on myself coming back to Malduke, which we will be doing later on. So let's go ahead and jet... Okay, another Collinson there. One thing I will mention, if you do want to challenge the in-game content later on, trigger that switch to where the blue one is showing. It'll make it a little bit easier to get through everything when you're coming back. Alright, so we should pretty much be done. I had more Osays to greet me there, and again, man, it'd be nice if Jack learned that fast draw. Anyway, we're pretty much done with this area, so let's go ahead and teleport back to what they call the traffic area, which is where we started this whole thing. Alrighty, so all we really need to do as far as switching things around is, I believe, just hit this switch, and it switches us back to the mine setting. Let's see, I'll use at least some potion berries to get myself healed up here. I'm not going to use magic carrots just yet. And we have the mine, so yes, we're good to go. And it turns all nice and red on us, see? Alrighty, so here we are in the mine, and this obelisk has to say, if the spirit of the machine is good, it will glow faintly blue. It will lead the righteous. If it is evil, then it will glow bright red. Ugh, okay, I think we want the blue. And that actually is a hint to what we're going to see as we make our way through here. And I'm going to head down this way first so that I can show you. Alright, so you come to this right here, and it looks very bombable, and it is very bombable. It opens up this little doohickey here. Now, basically what that does is you're trying to find the eye. And if it is the correct eye, this will glow blue. If it is the wrong one, it will, well, not. So, there's that. One other thing I do want to show you, I guess, some new enemies. Since we're in the mine area now, we have the Gasnoid, which looks like a floating knight. Alrighty, so I still haven't learned that dang fast draw yet, so let's go ahead and keep up at that. And I think his weakness is fire, so I'll go ahead and spit that at him. Jack, would you learn the fast draw, please? Just so I can show it off. At least in this episode, anyway. Yep, there you go. Ta-ta. So, not too bad. Certainly nothing really to write home about as far as difficult enemies go. Alright, you head down this way, and you see this circle here. Now, there is a circle like this in the statue area as well. This is where you summon those enemies. So this would be where you summon Sato. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because like I mentioned before, I am not ready. But fear not, we shall come to that in due time. Ow. Alright, so now, the issue at standing here is how do you find the right eye? Well, it takes some guessing, actually. And it also takes some maneuvering and running around, because... Alrighty, I had a couple of more Gasnoids there, and Jack finally learned the fast draw! Trump card. Convert HP to power against an enemy. Now, in essence, to explain that, and I'll show you in the next unique battle, if Jack's HP is maxed out, this is the best fast draw you have, because it will be extremely powerful. If his hit points are not maxed out, it can be pretty bad, so you want to be careful in using that. Now, how do you find the correct eye? Well, you have to go along to these treasure chests, and you pick up an eye, and you've got to test it out at that little doohickey over there. And don't hit the lava, by the way, it'll hurt. Okay, we've got another new enemy, the Elder Sink. And I figure this will be as good an opportunity as any to show off the trump card, so let's go ahead and cue that sucker up. You notice it's 22 magic, so it's pretty expensive, but secret signs can take care of that if you have the wherewithal to go and get them. Alright, trump card. When it glows white, that is when it is at its most powerful. It will change colors depending on how much health that Jack has and the power of the attack, basically. Now, fire should pretty well get close to taking this guy out, although it won't completely, which is a little unusual since Cecilia is Necronomicanized, but there you go. Not too bad there. And you see, we're getting fairly decent experience. Not great, but we're doing okay for ourselves. Alright, so what you do is when you grab an eye, you've got to head back to the doohickey and take a look at it, or get it to take a look at it, I guess. Alright, I think it's over this way. Yes, hello doohickey. And we got the wrong one, so we have to go back, and unfortunately you cannot get multiple eyes, so every time you do so, you have to go back and replace it and grab another one. Ugh. If you don't know exactly which one you're going after, it can be incredibly... Okay, I had a couple of gas noids there. But if you get the wrong eye, as far as trying to find the correct one, you have to go back, put it back in the treasure chest. Yes. And then go grab another one. You can't collect all of them at one time, unfortunately, and actually make it easy on yourself. You have to go back one by another by another. Okay, we've got another new enemy, the Python. It'd only be more fun if it was Monty, but that's just me. Anyway, go after these guys, and yeah, I'm gonna have to start giving Jack some magic carrots soon. So, I'm going to lean on, well, since it's a fiery place, let's toss ice at this thing. I don't think ice is its weakness, but Evil Eye, yuck, okay. What does that do? Well, nothing, apparently. Wow, thanks for wasting that attack. Yeah, it's not its weakness, but it still hurts, which is good. Alright, I'm going to see about doing Osmos. I don't think this will give me any... Not Deprotect, there we go. I don't think this will give me any magic, but it's certainly worth a shot anyway, and how dare you counterattack? Never mind. Objection removed. Okay, yeah, I didn't figure that would help. Alright, what are you doing? Oh, paralyzes, okay. Well, I guess it just missed that one time when we tried it. Alright, I'm going to summon Guardian just to change things up here. So, if Jack doesn't kill it first, and he didn't, would you quit doing that? Quit doing that! Oh well, at least you didn't do it for Rudy. Alright, get to see big old sword dinosaur. Oh, that sounded really awkward. It sounded better in my head. I think that should... Yep. See you later. Alrighty, so I've got 2 paralyzed party members, but still, we took care of it easily enough. It's a little bit longer than I thought, but still, no big deal. Alright, so I'm going to head over, let's see. Alright, is the right one down here? I don't remember exactly which one is correct right offhand. If this one ends up not being... Alrighty, I had another yucky python, and Jack leveled up, so he's now, you see, the highest level of everybody, really. Now, if this second eye is not the correct one, I will probably cut to when I actually do get the correct one, because I don't want to put you guys through going through all of this maze just to watch me try and fail time and time and time and time again. Okay, I had a couple of gas noids to greet me there. And please be the right one. Please be the right one. No. Okay. Alright, well, I will go ahead and stay here, and I will join you back whenever I do find the right one. So, hopefully this won't take me too long, but I will see you guys in just a moment with the right eye this time, darn it. Alright, let's see if this one's it. And it is it! Yes! Good, got the right one. I realized what I did wrong after I went migrating through a little bit. For some reason, those first 2 I had picked up, I thought that that was the right hand of the 2 paths that you were supposed to take to find them. As it turns out, it was... Well, I would get into a random battle with an Elder Sync while I'm trying to explain that, wouldn't I? Okay, but anyway, I thought I was doing the right hand path, and in fact I was doing the left, so that's what got me twisted up. But pretty much we're done here. So let's go ahead and head back to the traffic area. And if I'm not mistaken, the residential section is not going to take very long at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that and get everything finished up in one fell swoop, or one not so fell swoop, I guess. All right, go ahead and I think trigger this switch. Yes, there we go. All right, so go to the residential area. Yes. And I saved this area for last because we shouldn't be here for terribly long. So we go ahead and read this obelisk. This town is an illusion. Everything is a lie. Well, then why are we here? If it's really an illusion, then we shouldn't be here at all. Now, what it means is basically trying to find the wings, which is what we're looking for here. Okay, let's see. In essence, all you really need to do is it's going to tell you, the radar, where it is. And that's all you have to do. Now, the idea is the town is set up for you to go ahead and explore it and check the doors and barrels and everything. But before we do, oh good lord, we've got 3 new enemies in this battle. Humpty Dumpty and the Nosferatu. Wow, I didn't think I was going to get all of them in one battle. Okay, so go ahead and apply yourself to these guys, and since we're about finished up, I'm just basically going to, well, that's not going to help, is it? Okay, I'm going to go after these pretty much with everything I've got. I want to take the Nosferatu out first, because of those enemies, it is the strongest or the most bothersome, I guess, if you let it be. So that's the one that's going down first, dang it. Alright, so these next 2, okay, good job. Yeah, try to cure yourself when I haven't even hit you yet. That works. So now I can hit you. And there goes, I think it's Humpty's the white. I don't remember which one's which right offhand. But Humpty and Dumpty have had a great fall, and no king's horses and no king's men to pick them up again. But lots of experience, you see. So if you want to go about grinding, that actually is a pretty good place to do it. But the idea with this town is you're supposed to travel around and talk to the houses and talk to the barrels, and they'll say crazy crap and all that razzmatazz, but just use the radar and you see through the illusions easily enough. That would be why I wanted to go ahead and squeeze that in, because if you know what you're doing, it literally takes you, I mean, even with the battle, I think it took us 2 minutes. So, yeah, we're done. Alrighty, now let me go back to the save point. Oh, so thrilling. And next time on Wild Arms, now that we have all 3 of the implements of Malduke, we can go through and start looking into finishing up this place. So thank you guys for joining me, and I will see y'all later.